Be prepared for highly offensive language and adult and sexual themes.
Well, Annihilation Week has come to its epic conclusion, and Ryan has lost his place in the Big Brother house, but he's not going far because there is a Ryan-shaped hole on my sofa, and I intend to fill it. It's time for Big Brothers Beyond the Sun! One more trick up his sleeve for Annihilation Week! I'm so shocked. Again, all this week has done is shock me. It was down to the housemates. They chose who to evict from the bottom three, and they chose Ryan to be the final evictee of this week. And he's going to be here to tell all about his dramatic departure very soon. Also coming up tonight, we see how the rest of the housemates are getting on post-eviction. Can't forget them. Can't forget them. And Ryan is going to have one final goodbye as he has his final farewell! I love it! It's going to be well good, isn't it? It's time to meet tonight's panel. First up is a man who always makes me feel like I'm in a beautiful Italian vineyard. He does. He does. It's nothing to do with the wine. He just knows every rumour on the grapevine. It's Dan Wootton! My next guest is my favourite, absolute favourite thing to wake up to in the morning. Gentle, soothing, easily turned on with a twist of a knob. You know what I mean? I'm going to talk about the volume button on the radio. It's Vanessa Bell! Gone from Brookside to Benidorm. Now he's here in Boreham Wood. He might visit Bradford, Bournemouth, Bristol, Basingstoke. I don't know. It's Philip Olivier. Oh, well, Annihilation Week has come to its dramatic conclusion, and the House have decided to evict Ryan. I can't believe it. I can't believe who we've lost this week. It's crazy. Dan, are you surprised that the housemates went for Ryan?
Well, we were just saying, right, Ryan is a bit of an arsehole, but a likeable arsehole. And actually, I think it's a huge loss to the House. I think it was a strategic vote, but that comment that he just made in the interview with Emma was idiotic, and unfortunately for him, he just proved Jason's point right there.
I totally get what you're saying. When Jason said that, I was like, what? Yeah. And then when he said that, I do understand it a bit. Vanessa, do you think the housemates did vote tactically tonight, or do you think they voted honestly?
Jason definitely voted tactically. You could see him thinking, which is the most likely to win? Ryan, let's get rid of him. Definitely. But, I mean, I think he's a bit of a plonker, but I was sure it was going to be Laura.
Yeah, well, judging on the crowd's reaction tonight.
I wanted it to be Sam, because I think he's one of the most boring individuals I've ever seen in my life. I thought it would be Laura, but it was Ryan. I'm in shock.
You're in shock.
Yes.
Philip, out of the three, who would you have gone for?
Yeah, I would have went for Laura. I mean, she went for everything in the first few weeks, and then she just fizzled out. And ever since she met Bernardo, she just hasn't really been there. And like Vanessa said, Sam, he shouldn't even be in the house. Ryan brought everything to the table, but I think it was tactical.
I am genuinely shocked. I was up there, obviously, watching it, and you could hear the crowd's reaction. And saying that, the housemates could hear the crowd's reaction as well in the garden. And I thought the housemates were going to take the easy option out here and go, I'm going to go for Laura the Buddha. But they didn't. I was really, really shocked. Yeah. Dan, where do you think it's gone wrong for Ryan?
The zebra.
Oh.
I mean, that poor zebra was so wrong. And and so weird. And honestly, all I would say is that, I mean, he was seemingly doing so well until that moment. I honestly can't work out why he was in the bottom three, unless people thought he was safe.
Well, that's the thing. It was vote to save this week. Vanessa, how do you think the house is going to be affected? Not only have we lost Chelsea, we've lost their Tisha, and now we've lost Ryan. Three very big characters in that house, in all fairness. How do you think the house is going to be affected now he's gone?
I think they'll be absolutely dazed and confused. I think they'll be everything they thought about themselves. Because you know what it's inside the house. You know what it's like. All you do the whole time, how am I coming over?
Yeah.
What does this one think of me? Could it have been that
Do
person that
people
nominated
like
me?
me?
Am I loved? Am I adored? Do they hate me? Do they love me? And now they're going to have to reappraise. They're going to be thinking, oh my God, we thought this. Now we're wrong. What were we doing wrong? What were we doing right? It's going to be a big thing. Isn't
All
it?
Annihilation Week has done, we spoke about it all week, I think it's just set the paranoia in because it just shows anything can happen in this game. Are we going to miss Ryan?
We will miss him, not for the reason that you think. I didn't really like him, but
Got
the
an hair,
noise.
babe. Let me
Sorry,
just
I've got
get
hair
it.
in the way. Get it
Hey,
out of the way. Right?
Nice like that.
Right? I think that he's a loud noise in the house, so it's going to be very, very much quieter without him there. Very much quieter, but then it's good in a way because other characters, Evelyn is beginning to come out of herself more, and she actually got more public votes than her friend Laura, so that may give her confidence, I think.
True. Oh, go.
No, it'd be nice to see Huey now. To see how Huey is without Ryan. Do you know
It's true, and it's a fair point. It was vote to save this week. As we've said, 6 housemates were saved tonight. Philip, what did you make of their reactions, the 6 that were saved? I mean, Alex looked quite chuffed to bits, especially after hearing the whole, oh, I'm a forgettable housemate. It was vote to save, it's not vote to evict. And normally, when it is vote to evict, you do see the bigger ones go, like we saw Marco leave and all that, because they've done more that's, excuse my language, but piss more people off, to be honest. It's vote to save. It's different game.
It's crazy because all the housemates, they're so thrilled that they've been saved. But, I mean, this year, everyone's got TV hunger in them that much that I thought it was a little bit of a lull, to be honest. But the masterstroke was doing the annihilation because as soon as you made the housemates decide between themselves that they have to kick each other out, that's when the true characters were exposed.
Yeah, we have seen a lot of true characters. They gave pleas tonight, Vanessa. We heard them give their pleas.
Yeah.
Who do you think out of the 3 gave the best plea?
I didn't think anything were much caught, really. The thing that I'm still...
Rubbish.
The thing I'm saying were rubbish, but the thing I'm really wrestling with is Jane. The fact that Jane, people bothered to pick up the phone to save Jane. That is absolutely
say that. There is quite a lot of love for Jane from what I've seen this week.
Why? Based on what?
I don't know, babe, but I'm just saying there is a lot of love for her in this studio this
she's
week.
She's tired, she's bored, she's had enough of it. Go home then.
Well, it might be a bit of a silly question after just saying that, but Dan, who do you think had a lucky escape tonight?
Well, do you know what? Maybe Jason because of what happened this week, but I was glad. Can I say one thing? I'm more interested in everyone's opinion on this, but...
Am I going to get an Ofcom complaint before you say it?
No. But is there any element of Jason being slightly uncomfortable with gay people in his vote for Ryan out of the house?
No. Not that I would have picked up on.
Because when he said that he wasn't comfortable with how Ryan spoke about men in a derogatory way.
And women.
But he added women in. I think he realised what he was saying. Because all
I can say on that, and I do have to say this, Jason's not here to defend himself.
Yeah.
Obviously, if that's opinion that you think you might have seen, then
Jason,
fair enough.
I really like Jason. I think this week
tactical.
we've seen him actually stand up for himself and seen his true colours, but in a good way. But it just that comment did just...
It's obviously bugged you a little bit, but like I say, he's not here. But if he was, we would ask him, but we can't. As you know, Annihilation Week is now over. So, little sweat off. And nominations are going to be back next week. We love them all. We love it, Noble. We love it when it's Noble. Billy, let me start with you. Who do you think is going to be in danger now next week?
Sorry, what was
Who do
that?
you think is going to be in danger now next week that normal noms are back?
I still think Jason's going to be in danger because no one's going to forget what he done. And we all love Letitia.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have done what he done.
I think Jane and Jason are in
Jane and
danger.
Jason, Dan?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think Jason, but surely Laura, because actually everyone will realise that she's probably going to go. So I think she'll be a guaranteed.
Okay, a little gameplay again. Well, listen, good opening chat. Give him a clap. That was lovely. And now, this next one is my favourite Emma. It's not a Spice Girl. And she's my favourite Willis. That ain't Bruce. Please be upstanding for the beautiful Mrs. Emma Willis. I mean, you went in!
Oh, I love that. I love it. I literally beg them every series.
You know what, I've
Somehow,
got to say,
some way, can you send me in?
It looked so good.
Did it
Like,
really?
this is just like girl talk now. Like,
Yeah.
forget that we're on the telly.
Yeah.
It looks so good. You look
Oh,
really good.
good. I was really excited. And it's it's little like presenter chat. I didn't have an auto cue properly, so when I was like looking at like around,
You're,
I
like,
was it was
like,
just in my head.
It was like you're on 15 to 1, like.
Yeah.
I loved it.
But then I had a little one there for all the like nuts and bolts and
Yeah.
bits that we had to get right.
Well,
so,
she done a great job tonight leading that one. You really did.
felt really professional.
You've done really well. Laura, Ryan, and
Yeah,
Sam, they
yeah,
were our
yeah,
bottom
yeah.
three tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, what was going through your head when you announced that?
What was going through my head was I did think Laura would be there. I've got to admit, I thought Evelyn might be with her. So that was quite a surprise.
I thought it could have been Laura, Evelyn, and Jane.
So that's the three I thought it would be, to be honest.
Based on like what I get in here.
Yeah, and I, well, you know, I think everyone thinks that about Jane because everyone keeps wanting to pick her in the house, don't they? So, but her face when it wasn't her, she was so happy.
Yeah, you could see.
So
and that was quite nice.
even though she says she doesn't want to be there all the time, which is annoying.
Shut up.
Yeah, she was. You know, they all seemed extremely relieved.
Ryan
took it so much better than I thought he was going to. He kind of made it quite jokey, and I thought he would like have a bit of a tantrum. I don't know why I thought that.
Were you shocked?
But he took it, and I love the fact he was in a bin bag.
Yeah, casual. He'll get a deal out of that.
Yeah. Was I surprised? I did think again. I thought, looking at the three of them, I thought it would be Laura because. I think people just tend to pick the girl. It's like we normally always have a girl go first. And because Ryan is quite a strong character and he's quite liked in the house, and Sam is quite liked as well. And I don't think no one really had any. No one nominated him, did they? That no one really has a reason to. So again, it's. You know, it shocked everybody, and that is what Annihilation Week has done.
And it really has done its job.
Brilliant.
It really has done its job in all fairness.
So good.
Well, I'm going to be chatting to them later.
Yeah.
But let's talk about those that we also lost this week. Chelsea.
Yes.
What was you making of the Chelsea sing on the way out?
I was gutted I wasn't there.
No.
What did I think he just took it in his stride, didn't he? Do you know? Well, he's a millionaire. I'm sure,
he don't care, love.
I'm sure he's fine about it. You know, and he said earlier on tonight that you know it was all getting to him and it was annoying him, and you know he didn't really mind. And I think I quite believe that. But yeah, the shock was obviously the T-shirt.
What did you make of that one?
I was like this. Oh, yeah, that's just happened!
I was actually watching it as it happened, and my jaw literally hit the bottom
I
of the camera.
know,
I was like, oh my God, I thought they heard me.
I don't think... Well, they would with those teeth.
I'll give it one of those.
I think I was shocked because she is so popular on the inside.
Yeah.
She's very popular on the outside, and you just don't think of your popular characters as going. However, I also kind of think it's his choice. Why shouldn't he pick Letitia?
Totally. And it's a game.
Everybody's kind of up in arms going, what? She doesn't deserve it. None of them really deserve to be kicked out, but you have to do it.
It's part of the game.
And he did. Everyone said, oh, but he's come up with all these bullshit excuses. He gave quite a few reasons, and they're all quite valid.
Yeah.
They would have picked him. So he would have probably been gone, because they were all turning on him. She was the strongest competition.
Yeah.
And he said that. So...
why do you think we, as viewers, hate it when someone actually plays the game?
Well, do
Why
you know
do we
what?
not like it?
I did used to, because I'm a bit of a purist.
Yeah.
But I do think when you have a week like Annihilation Week, you get to see the psychological side of things again, because people react in that way, and you know how they react to each other in situations, and the things that they get astounded about, like how could you pick Letitia, and how could you take the money? It's £20,000.
Hello.
How could you not take the money?
Yeah.
So we have to, as viewers and as fanatics and as maybe purists of the show is evolving and the show has changed. It's our 17th series. Of course it's going to be different. And in that respect, I like the fact now that people play games, because it is a game, as well as, in my opinion, still being that psychological, watching how people tick.
True say, and I totally agree with you, and I hope people at home agree with you. And
They won't.
They won't. They never agree with us. But I love a game, so I thought we should play a little one now. I do. So this is my little game, and it's time for... Right, so we've been looking at the housemate packs, and we've been listening to what they've been saying in there. So on these cards, you have a look at yours. I've not looked at yours yet.
Oh, liar.
I swear down, I made Kat Coleman make it up in rehearsal.
Swear down.
Promise you that. So, on here is what the housemates have said about us, me and you, their two favourite presenters, clearly. I'm going to read you, I'll start you off, and you read my ones. We've just got to guess who said it.
Okay.
Deal? Right, so I'll start. Who said, you clearly flourished during pregnancy. Would you consider being a surrogate to my children?
Surrogate to my children. Andy or Ryan?
Go for one.
Andy.
Andy, that was right. Well done, you got it right.
Thank you.
You're right.
Okay, who said the biggest reality TV star to come out of any reality TV show, can we agree, is Ryland Clark Neal?
Oh, well, I mean, what a compliment. Letitia?
No, Chelsea.
Oh, thank you, Chelsea Singh. Thank you, though, thank you. All right, next one. Which housemate wants to ask you out on a date?
Who wants to ask me out on a date?
Need to push for an answer. We're live on the telly. Live on the telly.
Laura!
Laura! It was Jackson. It was Jackson.
Oh,
Your
bless
go.
him.
Your go.
Who said, I'm on normal BB, he was on celeb BB, he's presenting bots, I'll be presenting QVC shopping channels, I'm just a shit version of Ryland.
I'm going to say Ryan.
Yay!
I think we got one in.
Yeah.
We've done well. Well done, women. We've run out of time. You sat there going, oh.
I know, but do you know, I see
It's
on
a long
Twitter everyone
day.
goes, oh, they all go, when they talk to each other. It's because I don't know the questions.
It's 'cause we're having a chat.
I have
You're
to have
having a
time to
chat.
process and think.
Well, listen, you can have as much time as you want. Go home and have a little bedtime sleep. Give it up for the gorgeous Emma Willis.
When they first entered the house.
Who didn't know I was?
Who didn't know who was? It
did-
makes sense if you think about it.
Eflin?
Yes.
Yeah, I see. I got another one. Right, here we go. Well, listen, like David Cameron, unfortunately, Ryan has been booted out of his house as well this week. He's going to be on the sofa revealing all very soon, but far scarier than being evicted, he's still got to face...
Oh, we're doing it together?
the final farewell! No. We'll see you after the break. Don't you touch me. Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. It's live and it's a Friday night. Now, tonight, the housemates had to choose to evict one person from the bottom three. I've got 3 people over here, but, I mean, if I had to choose to evict one of them, I couldn't do it to them. I couldn't. I'd probably do it to Dan, in all fairness. But I still know, whatever. Well, anyway, you voted him the least genuine housemate, but we are genuinely sorry to see him go on this show. He is my brother from another mother. It's your 7th evictee. Give it up for Ryan!
I'm in a bin bag.
In an actual bin bag. Well, look, we know this is all a bit of a bet, so we're going to forget the bin bag. We're going to look past it. You look lovely.
Thanks.
How does it feel to be out?
I'm not actually going to lie. I'm speechless.
For the first time ever! Look, it was a massive shock tonight. I think it was a shock for people watching. It was definitely a shock for you and the rest of the house. But Andy, Evelyn, Jason and Jane all decided to evict you this evening. Any surprises?
Jane, a little bit.
Jane shocked you?
Yeah, Jane, I mean, we have been very close. I didn't really know that she was really that close to Laura, but obviously because I chose the $5 and I knew that I'd go against me, and I do regret it, but I wish I'd have pressed that 20 grand now. Do you know what I mean?
What about Evelyn? You get on quite well with
but I knew Evelyn was more closer to Sam than she was to me,
right.
and she certainly weren't going to vote for Laura. So I understood that, but, I mean, Jason...
we know your views on him.
Who is picking up the phone for this geezer? Like, what is going on?
Can I just say, the biggest turn up for the books ever, and I mean ever, would be if it's actually Charlie at home voting for him. Done a lovely game. You never know. You just don't know. Well, listen, you said it has taken you 8 years.
8 years to get on this show.
8 years to get into the Big Brother house, and it seems... to a few people on the outside that you might be trying to follow in someone's footsteps. So, Ryan, let's have a little look at your BuzzFit.
Like, I actually want to be a TV presenter and actually be that as my job.
Yeah, you'll be great at it, Ryan. You'll be great at it, Ryan.
I've got no GCSEs, I've got kicked out of uni twice, it's not possible.
You'll be great at it, Ryan.
I think you'd be great at, like, exactly what Ryland does.
I would have agreed that Ryan.
There's a couple of people calling you Ryland when you came in.
I can't actually scrub it no more, it's hurting.
That's so bad.
It's not funny.
You fucking Ryland wannabe.
I went on the X Factor, got to boot camp. Riley went on the X Factor, got to the live show. I'm on normal Big Brother, he got on Celebrity Big Brother.
You'll be great at it, Ryan.
I'm just the shit for this.
I'm flattered, though. I am actually flattered.
Who better to aspire to be like
I'm a total role model these days.
You are, you are.
Well, listen, let's get down to business.
Yeah.
It was Annihilation Week. It's been brutal. How tough? I mean, it's been tough for us to watch it, to be perfectly honest. People have been in uproars all week. How was it living it this week?
It was literally like, I'm not actually joking, it was torture, it was a nightmare. You always sat on edge, permanently thinking, oh, when are they going to call us into that task room to say, look, somebody's getting evicted, is it going to be me? You don't know what's going on. And I just thought, oh, my God, I can't take this no more. I've literally had about as much banter as a brick for the past week. I've not spoke. I've been like this, like sleeping all day and stuff.
Has it changed everyone's mindset on the game now, do you think?
Well, it was a big shocker when Letitia went. That just proved literally no one is safe because she should have been the winner. She should have been the winner, her or Huey. But obviously Huey now. But, yeah.
They're cheering for him, and I know you touched on it with Emma, but we do need to talk about a certain Mr. Huey, don't we? We do. Is Huey someone you would normally pull on a night out?
No. Usually go for something that's about 45, muscles, tattoos, bit of stubble.
So you ain't got a type then, babes, like clearly?
No. No, he's actually far from it. Like, that's why I actually think...
What was it that attracted you to him?
Just his personality. He's such a lovely person inside now. And he's gorgeous. And his eyes. I genuinely never in a million years thought I would ever be attracted to, no disrespect, because he's gorgeous, but to Huey because he's the total opposite. And he's younger than me, yeah. And that's why I'm literally like, oh my God, like, he's something special.
You said to Emma that you are going to wait for him.
1,000,000%, 1,000,000%.
What do you think you're going to do when you get out? Like, can you see a future with the two of you?
Yeah, hopefully. The only thing what off-puts me, I hope he don't forget about me when he gets on his plane back to Dublin or wherever it is that he lives over in Ireland. That's all, because obviously it's a long-distance thing.
Bye, Ryan, you trouble reason, bitch!
But if you want something so much, you'll make it work, so...
Okay, well,
and I do think the world of it.
I genuinely hope it does work out for you two, because like Emma said, you know, some people are like, is it real, is it fake? From speaking to you, you're coming across really genuine.
No, on my life it is.
And I think people can see that, and I really do genuinely hope it does work out for the both of you. But Huey was a stranger when you went into that other house. When you ended up merging with all of the house, you met a load of strangers, but there was one person that wasn't a stranger to you, and that was Sam. Now... we were all sitting, watching this.
What was the entrance like? I came down like, who the fuck are you?
We were waiting. We thought there was going to be fireworks for the rest of the series, but somehow you and Sam have managed to. Don't worry about it. Just kick the table.
Yeah,
it's fine.
sorry.
Jacob's on here. I'm joking. We thought there was going to be fireworks between you, but you pretty much cleared the air and got on quite well.
I think I've shot myself a lot in what I thought I would be. Like, I thought I would go in there and be ruthless, be in all the arguments, not give a fuck what people think, not be arsed if people don't like me, but deep down, I'm a genuine, nice person, even though I got voted most ungenuine for some strange reason. But
let me just say, I think the reason why you got called the most disingenuous housemate or whatever it was is because you self-admittingly say, I play up to the cameras.
Yeah, of course.
You know, I like the attention and stuff like that, and we're not saying there's anything wrong with that. In our eyes, that's a perfect housemate, to be fair. We love it. But what is it about you that you think with the cameras and, you know, playing up for attention, that the housemates did use that against you sometimes, saying, you know, he's attention seeking, he's this, he's that. You're quite honest with it. It's not like something that you try and hide.
Yeah, because if you do hide it and then you do play up to the cameras, it's just like, well, you've been a dickhead. So if you admit it, nobody can take the piss out of you.
So the Ryan that we've seen in the house...
that is 100% me.
Is this the Ryan we'd see out on a night out down Blackpool?
1,000,000%, but probably a bit more extreme because there'd be more alcohol than what there is in there. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit ration, Let's very quickly talk about some of the other housemates. Who, first of all, do you think should be out next?
Jason.
Right, well, that weren't hard, was it? I knew that was going to have to go.
Jason.
And I know you want Huey to win. I know you really want him to win. But if it wasn't Huey, who else would you like to win?
Sam. Do it for Blackpool.
You'd like to see Sam win
Blackpool.
it? Can you believe that you two are friends now?
Sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh, my God, I'm so classy. Oh, my God. My breath smells of fag. Sorry.
Oh, no!
Sorry, it just come out.
Can you believe that you two are friends?
Well, we was friends years and years ago when I was about 16, and we was friends for a lot of time. And you've got to get over things in the past. Like, I'm supposed to be mature. Obviously, I'm not mature, but do you know what I mean? Very immature. No, but
are we going to see you and Sam out on the town in Blackpool?
1,000,000%.
See, we did see that at the beginning of the series. We changed lives on this show, right? We changed lives. Now, listen, I did notice that whilst you're in the house, and you've just demonstrated a little bit there, that sometimes you had a bit of an iffy stomach and you're a bit sick sometimes.
Throw up a little bit.
So I thought I'd get you something to remind you of your state.
Not a sick bucket.
I've got your very own sick bucket. I'll leave that there. He's going with it. And not only to take that away, all my favourite housemates get a set of these. It's your very own set of Ryland's farewell bang. I'm going to put them there. Come with me, Ryan. Come with me. because...
Can I applaud?
You can have that as well, babe. Don't worry. Gorge yourself. Gorge yourself. But, right, this is, unfortunately, the moment that they all dread, because turn around, it's time to turn you round. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Ryan. All right. Coming up, we're going to be discussing the housemates' plans for survival, plus the panel take over as they put their questions to this one. He's going to have another beverage and see you after the break. Welcome back to Big Brother's bit on the side, where it's time for all of us pretty much to ask, are you a cosmetist, aestheticist, aesthetist, cosmetist, or just simply shallow? I mean, Huey couldn't say it, and neither can any of us. No matter what you are, we've got something for everyone. Here you go. Don't say we never treat you on this show. Yeah, we do it all right. But first of all, let's welcome Ryan to the panel. Right, let's talk about the rest of tonight's show. When we saw the housemates punished for breaking the rules, Andy and Jane were very, very annoyed. Dan, let me come to you first. Do you think they're just overreacting?
Yes. They are getting so boring in there. And Jane is, you know, she was crazy for a little bit, and now, actually, I want that back. And
we're missing the meltdowns.
Yeah, absolutely. And Andy is doing himself a real disservice because he's just become a complete and utter killjoy.
Killjoy? Oh, not my words of Dan Watton. Andy wasn't happy, actually, with Sam's apology. Do you think Sam's apology was sincere, right?
Sam's apology for what?
For obviously gorging, I think the word was, wasn't it? Gorging? Gorging on the pate.
What? I don't know what
when you stole all the food.
Oh, when we stole all the food? I couldn't give a shit. I fucking loved it. Not at all. I actually loved it. If I've got evicted for eating a slice of bread and a piece of patty, well, so fucking be it.
There you go. Do you know what we have seen, though? Especially more so this week, we've seen more of a divide between the older housemates, more so Andy, Jane and Jason, and the rest of the house. Vanessa, you're a lovely woman. You're an older lady. Let me finish.
I'm younger than Theresa May.
Than
She's
22.
the Prime Minister.
All right. And younger than 35.
All right.
Okay. But how would you cope, obviously, being in the house at the moment? Because it is quite young dominated, isn't it?
I suppose it's young dominated. I think they have to try to remember that it's supposed to be a light-hearted show, not take it so deadly seriously. And just lighten up and have a bit of a laugh. I think Andy, who I know is a producer and everything else, I think he's forgotten the show he's on. I think he thinks he's on Panorama. I don't know what's happened to him.
He needs to get himself on Dating in the Dark where no one can see or hear him.
Exactly.
No! Ryan's got the claws out. One thing we did see tonight, though, Jason, he's been a bit this week, hasn't he, since the Letitia thing. Decided to get his bum out in Ryan's game. Yeah, right, I want to talk to you about this game.
Go on, then.
I like you, I think you're a great housemate, but that was the worst game I've ever seen in my life.
Well, I thought it on the top. They was all sat around falling asleep. Somebody would have thought that there was... I don't even know, like, what are you doing? You're in the Big Brother house. Like,
all I want to say
was on a task.
Great game. Great game. Do we think, Jason, Philip, do we think he's trying to fit in now with the cool kids? Because it does seem people have just forgotten about the Letitia situation.
Yeah, but I think he thinks they've forgotten, but I don't think anyone will forget about that.
No,
and as soon as it comes back to nominations, he'll be right up on the slap.
You say that, though, but we have seen the housemates have seemed to have forgotten about the fact that he's took that 20 grand. Ryan, you've been in there. How much of an issue is it still to this moment?
To be honest with you, I think the 20 grand has been totally forgotten about. No one's asked about the prize fund. It's about the fact that Letitia was kicked out through a diary room door. She was a favourite. I know he had to pick someone, but
who should he have picked him?
It's a game,
right? If I'm being completely honest, Evelyn should have been picked.
You think Evelyn?
She wasn't a favourite. She wasn't a favourite.
No, the only reason being is I don't think she's as entertaining as Letitia.
But Letitia did have her charm.
It's a game to win.
Well,
look,
it was either you or Evelyn.
Let's talk about Evelyn, and let's talk about Evelyn and Alex. Is it ever going to happen?
No, it's never going to happen.
Never. Let's see what Barbara thinks. Go on, Barb.
He never paid her any attention at all. When it all went quiet, he thought, oh, and she thought the same. They've got nothing together.
Does anyone think it is going to happen? Point.
It would have happened if one of them was in the bottom three. But because neither of them were in the bottom three, it won't happen. But I think if one of them had been...
Hang on, there's a private convo going on over at the panel. Ryan, what am I missing? What's the gossip?
Oh, no, we're just saying that, obviously,
I'm just saying, why doesn't he fancy Evelyn? Why not?
Evelyn, naturally, in person, I'm not joking, unreal, like I'm mesmerised. I'm testing my own sexuality.
She is a stunning girl. Brian, you've been in there with them. We've seen the flirting. We've seen the sort of they've stayed in the same bed, and the following morning he's like, "Oh, didn't sleep a wink," you know, all of this. Is it going to happen?
No, I don't. And I actually feel Evelyn likes him more than Alex likes her.
Yeah.
And I don't. And in fact, Evelyn was saying the other night, she was like, "Oh my God, like." Alex will never fancy me, blah blah blah. When she'd had a few drinks, I thought, Evelyn, you should be saying that you are the worldie. You're stunning. Like, is she crazy?
She is a stunning girl, and I think we're just going to have to. Again, I hate saying this, but we're going to have to watch and see because part of me thinks it's going to happen. The other part of me's like, no.
Alex. He did get voted most forgettable. I'm sorry, he's a genuine, lovely person. He hasn't got a bad bone in his body.
Yeah, and I think he has seen that as well. Well, there are only 2 of them, but there are now only 9 housemates remaining. Everyone's thoughts have now started to turn to the final, and they're probably, especially after this week, all thinking about survival. So let's chat about them individually. Jackson was worried about his reputation being harmed after he chose to be rich. Dan, has his rep been damaged after choosing to go on the rich side?
Yes, it should be. I do not believe the tears in the diary room were genuine. I think we are seeing Jackson's true colours here, and I would have liked him to go tonight.
You would have liked him to go. Let's talk about Evelyn, because we've seen Laura and Sam getting annoyed at her over a lack of confidence. Philip, she survived tonight, and she survived the whole run. Are we going to see her more and more now come out of her shell?
I think she might, because over the past week she's grown in confidence, because the previous week she was said that she was boring and stuff, and now the way she's come out of the shed, she's calling bullshit to everything. And now that she's realised that she's been voted for, I think she's going to up her game more and more.
Play on her. Let's talk about Laura. She's certainly got her eye on the prize. Ryan, do you think Laura? Look, regardless of what you've heard tonight from the crowd,
to anybody what they've got.
But do you think that she's got a shot of winning it?
To be honest, I wish she did. No, people are saying no, but you only see an hour of the show, and I've lived with her 24 hours a day. Genuinely, she's the most loveliest person ever. She's not a backstabber. She's not a snake, and I think she's having a hard time, and it's not fair. Yeah. She is a genuine, lovely girl, and honestly, I wish her all the best.
Well, it's nice to get the other side of it as well. Just to put that out there.
Not snaky, not fake. She's literally
nice
just
girl.
Laura.
Let's talk about Jason. He evicted Letitia. A lot of housemates predicted that he'd be next to go, but you out there voted to save him tonight. He was in the top 6. Vanessa, it was voted to save tonight. Have his tactics actually worked?
Well, it's quite stunning to see someone on a game show playing a game. I mean, at least he's not faking it, pretending he's not. And really, evicting Letitia was a masterstroke. She could have won it. He took her out. I mean, in a way, it was mesmerising viewing. It was just extraordinary. So he gets the kudos for that, definitely.
He definitely gets a bit of kudos. Sam, been losing his marbles a bit this week, hasn't he? Bless him. How do we think he's going to cope that he's still in there? This week just seems to have ruined him, right?
He just, I mean, he just needs to do something. Please.
Why
Get involved in something. And Ryan, why did you all of a sudden come around to him? It was very weird.
Right, the thing is, I went in this house thinking I was going to be the most ruthless housemate, I'm going to be the most cockiest person, I won't give a shit if people don't like me, but when you're in that situation and you're literally chucked in there and there's so many big personalities, I'm like, Ryan, you can't be this massive controversial character. Just be yourself, and my character and myself personally, I'm just a little softy and I couldn't carry it on. I just couldn't. It's so hard to live with. The fact that Chelsea and Marco were starting on me, I thought I was going to get knocked out. Do you remember that?
It was hard to watch. It was. You know what, Dan, you started it off. Let's do some panel questions for Ryan. So, Philip, what is your question for Ryan?
Yeah, you know when you were an undercover other, why didn't you sabotage the scarecrow task in the main house? Because the reason for me is I can't forget that, and like shit sticks as well as other things.
So you're right. So if you wait a minute. So if you was in that, what are you laughing at? You little cheeky monkey.
No, some of you two.
Oh, are you gay?
No, my boyfriend is.
Oh, I've got Hughie anyway, so it don't matter. Stop it. No, so if you was in that task, what would you have done in my situation? What would you have done?
Stuck with the team. What? They all said sabotage it, and that was the game
How
to
could
play.
I sabotage it? I was stuck on a post like a lemon.
You tell other people to not do it. You wanted the party, that's what I thought, and I thought you were being selfish. And ever since then, I thought, right, you're selfish, and that's why I didn't like it.
I went in there with big balls, and I've realised I've got small balls. So.
Oh, well, that's his words, not ours. Vanessa, what's your question for Ryan?
Well, I would like to. I think you were cruelly robbed of winning X Factor, which was a terrible shame.
Oh, I should have won.
Exactly. Are you going to bring out a record?
Well, me and Rylan, we might be able to do a duo. Do you know
I'll
what I mean?
do it. I'm doing everything nowadays. Will you play it?
Gosh, yes, I'd love to
Well,
play it.
Vanessa plays it, we'll do it.
I'm
Dan, what's your question?
Are you and Huey going to have Big Brother's first gay wedding?
Sorry. Well, I've already done that one and all. Sorry, man.
You were not in the house together. Come on.
I'm joking.
I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart and my life, I genuinely worship the ground he walks on. He's an amazing person.
But I don't think you have romantic feelings for him, if I'm honest.
Romantic? Well, you've not been in there. He's living with somebody for 24 hours a day. If I didn't like somebody, I'd go sling it. You're not.
And in all fairness, we did see what happened under the covers as well.
But let's just say
after the break, we're going to be catching up with the house post-eviction to see how they're coping after tonight's departure. Plus, it might have been well tense in the house tonight, but that is nothing compared to what Ryan is going to be facing next in his final farewell! It's going to be well good for us. Don't go anywhere, see how's it going. Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. Well, it's time for another episode of Eyebrow Watch. Hello and welcome to Eyebrow Watch. This is a unique series where we ask, has Huey's eyebrow grown back? Let's take a look. Well, it's almost back, which means there'll probably be one more episode of Eyebrow Watch. See you next time. I love my eyebrow. Well, Huey and his eyebrows are still in the house, but Ryan has been booted out. It's time to see how they're coping with that.
Like, Sam, I know you were booed, but fuck me. Like, everybody wants me out of the house.
Was I booed a lot?
You did get a lot, but then you got lots of cheers as well.
You didn't get a lot of cheers in the first round.
Come here.
No, I'm just trying. No, it's fine.
Sam.
I'm fine. I'm honestly, I'm fine. Fine.
People take things. Do you know
Fine,
what's
I'm
really
absolutely
pissing me off?
fine, I'm just-
I've been absolutely chanted out of this house, Sam.
Why are you having a go at me?
Because I said that you had a lot of booze.
I
you
know,
had a
and
lot
I'm
of
just
cheers
saying,
as well.
I couldn't hear anything, so I'm wondering what happened.
Yeah, but you don't
Just
like...
leave me, I'm fine. Fuck me. Ooh.
Just because I said he had a lot of booze, he did have a lot of booze. He had a lot of cheers as well. We all
I just said,
oh,
did I have a lot? She went, yeah. When I was like, oh, Alex
Well,
only said I had a couple.
What
I'm
did
just,
you
I
want
mean,
me
you
to
went, no,
say,
you had a
Sam?
lot. And I was like, oh,
Sugarcoat
right,
it.
okay. Like, cheers. Fucking hell.
What?
I'm sorry, I'm fine.
Do you know what?
Oh, my God.
It's how people
Get me out
fucking
of
handle
this
things in
room.
here. It's had a few fucking booze.
Oh, my God.
How do you think I feel, Sam?
What are you on about?
How do you think I feel?
Why are you shouting at me?
Because it's annoying how
I'm just
you're
trying
making
to
it...
get away from the situation. Leave me alone. I'm
Okay.
walking away because you're obviously irate. So am
You
I.
asked
So I'm
me if
trying
you got
to.
booze, Sam.
All right, just leave it, Laura. I'm not. Oh, shut up. Fuck me.
Casual little argument, right? Let me come to you. What are you making of that? Is Sam overreacting? Is Laura right? Or...
I mean, I am genuinely backing Sam. I wish him all the best. I wish he does Blackpool proud. I don't think he's the biggest personality in there, but he's just being him. He's not being fake. He's not being false. I've known him for years. He isn't. But I think every credit, Laura, for sticking up for yourself because you've got it fucking hard. And some people do need to take it on the chin. And Sam clearly knows that he had a few boos. You can't not, like, you listen for the crowd's reaction when your name gets called, so you're not oblivious
And
to
he's
that.
definitely not fine about it.
Why is he
not fine?
Why is he getting booed? What's he done?
Well, well, listen,
about how he
unfortunately, it's not about Sam tonight. It's about Ryan.
Oh, thank
and he
God.
has said goodbye to his housemates, but it's not over yet for him because it's time for Ryan's final farewell! Well, it's time for the final farewell.
Bye. Oh my God, I need a shit. Sorry.
Well. It's time for a splash of honesty, Ryan. And come hell or high water, I'm going to ask you some rapid-fire questions, and I need your quickest response. Are you ready?
Go on then, hon.
Let's begin. Are you and Huey a good man?
Massively yes.
Who would you banish to the well forever, Andy or Jason?
Probably Jason.
Do you always throw up well easily?
Yeah, I actually thought he had a good gag reflex, but obviously I don't, so no.
Who's playing the tactical game well?
Jason and Andy.
Well, you might as well tell the truth. Who got on your nerves the most in that house? Be honest.
Myself. Like, I got on my own nerves, but
Who in the house was a bucket of well old laughs?
It's got to be Letitia, but obviously she's not here. But...
Oh, we're out of time. Right. All's well that ends well. You're not home and dry just yet. Who has been well harsh about you whilst you've been in the house, OK? Who said he's so annoying to live with in the house, he can dish it out, but he can't take it? Was it Huey?
Evelyn.
Are you sure?
I'm 1,000,000% sure, and if it's Sam, I'll be fuming.
Are you well sure?
I'm well sure.
I can confirm.
Don't you dare say it was Huey.
It was Evelyn! And listen, that is all I've got time for tonight. A massive thank you to my panel and a fantastic audience. Thank you. Coming up next on Channel 5, there is more live from the house. I'm going to be back here on Monday, just after 11, with Michelle Heaton, Big Brother legend Liam McGough, and Big Inch is back. Plus, you're going to be there with us as well. We're going to have a lovely time.